I've been getting a lot of requests lately from people wanting to know how to start a blog. And really, it's super easy. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to take about 10 minutes to go through this here, maybe just a little bit longer to do some customizations. But you'll see using BlueHost here, super simple, one-click install, great price. And there's really no reason not to start a blog. You see, blogging is going to take time. It's something that's going to become an investment for you. It's going to build value over time. So the earlier you start, the more likely you are to have something of value in the near future. Now, just to give you an idea, I started blogging in 2012. Since then, I've created a number of blogs. Some of them have made as much as $2,000 per month in passive income. And I never treated blogging like a full-time job. I simply tried to stay consistent and write good posts whenever I had time. As a matter of fact, recently, I sold one blog for $30,000. They're starting to become more valuable. So now is the best time to get started. It's a great way for beginners to start creating value, creating their web presence without investing a lot of money. It just takes time and a little bit of effort. You don't need to blog every day. You just need to be consistent and you need to create great content. Then you can monetize your blog, whether that be affiliate offers or even your e-commerce store. There's plenty of opportunity. Some people say blogging, isn't it too saturated? Did I miss the boat? The reason there's so many blogs these days is because blogging works. I highly recommend you get started. Let's check it out. So once you get to BlueHost, all you have to do is hit the Get Started Now button. Now, there's going to be a lot of different packages available, but as a beginner, I recommend starting with the most basic. You can always upgrade later if you need to. So we'll go ahead and select the basic package. Once you get to the next page, you can simply type in the domain that you want to use here. Now you can select from a bunch of different extensions, but I always recommend going with the .com. If you find something that you love, .net is probably okay as well, but I'd stay away from the rest of them. If you already have a domain, you go over here, but since we probably don't, we'll just start right here. Now I'm going to call this my Start a Blog because that's what I'm going to do. This is going to be a blog. It's going to show you how to start a blog. So I'm going to keep this active. I'm going to set this up. I'll put some helpful links below. In addition to this video, I'll put a bunch of other great advice, tips for starting a blog on the startablogblog.com. So come check it out. But anyways, let's keep going. Now, if the domain name that you chose was not available, it would tell you right here. But since it is, now we can go ahead and create our account. Pretty straightforward. I'm going to go ahead and do this and then catch you on the next page. But one thing I want to mention before I go further, you can start off with a basic package for 36 months at $295 a month, which is going to be $106. You can always just go for the 12-month package. It'll be a couple more bucks a month, but it'll be less money up front. That's where I recommend you start. Give yourself a year. See if this blogging thing is going to work out for you. Now down here, there's going to be some boxes checked. Domain privacy protection. If you don't want anybody knowing who you are, maybe leave this on. It'll cost you $1 a month. But I always uncheck it. I mean, if people really want to find me, they can find me. Site Backup Pro. Listen, backing up your site is great, but let's be honest. In the beginning, do you need to be paying money for this? You're not going to have any content on there. Once you get more familiar with blogging, once you start building a great library of content, then you can start worrying about backing up your site. And site lock security, once again, you're just getting started. Probably no need to invest all this extra money up front. So that'll bring your bottom line down to $59.40. So I'm going to go ahead and fill out the rest of this information, and I'll meet you on the next page. Now, after you create your account, you're going to get a welcome to BlueHost message, a congratulations, and in just a moment or two, you'll get a confirmation email. So now you have to create your password, and this is going to be for your BlueHost account. Simply click on Create a Password. Make sure you agree to their terms and hit Next. In just a moment or two, you'll see that you've successfully created a new password, and now you can log into your BlueHost account. Once you log in, it'll automatically start installing WordPress, which will be your content management system. It'll make blogging super simple for you. So just give it time to work. So once this pops up, the next thing you're going to want to do is go over to your control panel here. It'll automatically log you into your new control panel. Go ahead and click on Install WordPress. Go scroll down and click Continue Installation. Go ahead and select your domain. And we want this on startablogblog.com. Leave this blank. And hit Next. The next thing you're going to want to do is talk about your site name or title. Now this is probably most likely going to be something along the lines of your URL just spelled out. So we'll call this start a blog. Admin username, you can use your name or you can use admin. Of course, the email address. And your admin password. Now I'm going to cut this out so you can't see this, but we'll pick up in just a second. And then just scroll down and hit next. Don't worry about this, let a pro do it for you down there. You don't need that. Now here in the next page, they're going to try to sell you stuff. You don't need any of this. You're just going to have to wait for a few minutes while they automatically install WordPress for you. Now you can see I'm getting the notifications that my WordPress install is complete. Now you can view your credentials here if you'd like, but you can also go over to your email as well. And if you find this email, you're going to see your URL for your blog and your admin URL, which is how you log into WordPress, which is how you control everything on the blog. You'll also see your username and password down there, which I'm not going to show you for obvious reasons. And then to log in, it's super simple. Just click this button. And anytime you need to log into your WordPress dashboard, simply click on the URL bar, type in your URL, and then put wp-admin. And this will take you to this page. Then your username and password that you created when you installed WordPress, and then log in. Now when you log in for the first time, there's going to be a little bit of a helpful tutorial here for you. But since I'm going to show you what to do, I'm going to click on I don't need help. Now one thing I want to point out is this top part right here. Until you click this button, you are not going to have a live site. You can see your blog because you're logged in, but anyone who is not logged in will see a coming soon page. But since no one really knows about your blog yet anyways, you might as well just start putting things out into the world. So I always click here right away. Now your blog is live. If you want, you can go ahead and create your first post right now, but I like to do just a couple of things before I get started. The first thing I like to do is go down to settings and click on permalinks. I like to scroll down here and make sure the post name is checked. It keeps the URLs nice and clean, everything looking nice. Once that's the case, hit Save Changes. The next thing I like to do is go over to Users and click on Your Profile. Now you can't change your username, but what you can do is you can change your nickname or the display name. So say for instance, I want my blog post to read Brian. Go ahead and click that, update profile, and then you can choose what you want your name displayed publicly as. I want it to be Brian. Now if you want your profile picture to show up, just click on Gravatar here. And if you don't already have one set up, just sign in, upload a picture, it's free. And then that'll be your picture anytime you comment on someone's blog or post on your blog as well. Now this is a business account, so I don't have a Gravatar set up, but that's what you would do. And the other thing I like to do is going to be right under the Appearance tab here, and we're going to go to Customize. What you want to do is you want to click on Site Identity right here. And of course you'll see that site title that we put in earlier, but you're also going to have a tagline which will show up when someone searches your homepage in Google. So I always like to change this as well. Start a blog, helping you start a blog. Simple as that, and just hit Save and Publish. Other than that, you're pretty much ready to go. So let's go create our first post. Go over to Add New Posts, and then really you just start writing. This is our first post. Isn't this a great post? That's it. And you can see our permalink has been automatically updated. This is our first post. So perfect. Go ahead and publish it. And then now if you click on View Post, here we are. This is our first post. Isn't it a great post? Now you can update the look and feel of your blog here if you'd like by changing the theme. To do that, you can do a number of different things. You can purchase some premium themes, or if you want to go find some free themes, just go to Appearance, Themes, and click on WordPress.org Themes. And you can scroll down and find a bunch of free options. Now keep in mind, some of these may require a little bit of customization to get them looking like they do in the display here. But to install a theme, just choose whichever one you like. Click Install. And you can either take a live preview of it or simply activate it. And then when you go to your site, you can see it's been completely changed. Now our first post is still there, but the whole look and feel has completely changed as well. So that's how you can kind of update your themes. Like I said, you can buy a premium theme if you want. I recommend the newspaper theme. It's a theme you'll never outgrow. And I'll put a link for that down below as well. But don't feel like you need to start purchasing premium themes right out of the gate. It's always best to create some content and then decide what you want to change and what you want to update. Starting with the free theme is fine. The most important thing is just to start writing. All right, simple as that. I'll just go out there, start messing around. There's going to be a little bit of a learning curve, but really, you're set up and ready to go. If you want more great tips about starting a blog, make sure you come over to startablogblog.com, and I'll have some great information for you there, all free. And before you get started, I recommend you come over to startablogblog.com because I'm going to give you some great tips about choosing your domain name as well. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.